For some reason that may only be relevant to me, I remember the day I died while listening to Patti Smith's recording, Land. It was less of a physical death and more of some psychological disorientation that would forever affect my future ability or willingness to communicate with people who seemingly were willing to listen to me. There are some things that one does in their life or has inflicted upon them that create a hiccup in the solace of the universe. It's not like one can fully appreciate at age 6 that a cock can be a source of pleasure or become some deep-rooted source of shame. It just depends on whose cock it is, yours or someone else's. There are situations that eventually become one of those skeletons in the closet, even if you were far away, like in some back alley in a suburb of Illinois. My parents had attempted to get me to embrace God, the church, anything greater than ourselves. I resisted. I just fucking hated it, and they quit trying to indoctrinate me by the time I was 9. Now I'm the sinner. Some of those sins carry the weight of the Bible. Some of those sins, they bury me every day as I breathe another breath. Every time I interact with people who know me, I'm a liar. My exhalations reek of CO2, maggots, and the smell of that alley in Illinois, discarded food, human feces, and spunk. And the day that I died was when I took acid. It wasn't the first time, but it was the only time I took numerous doses at once. Like most drug-frenetic fools in their 20s, I continually pushed the limits of what I could handle, or thought I could handle. It was that night in the spring of 1986 that I found myself underneath a bridge that supported a 4-lane highway. A river was beneath me. The vibrations of the traffic held me to the steel girders. I knew nothing of the string theory, but my lack of knowledge didn't limit my experience. I was connected, even while on the verge of falling 60 feet into some enticing black water. I was shirtless. The warmth of my urine soaking my jeans aroused me. There was a gentle breeze that teetered with an embrace. It tempted with a push. I spouted incoherent words from some Frank Zappa song too far gone to be remembered. I railed against condoms and the epidemic of AIDS. I was immortal. I was the antithesis of puritanical thought. I was lashing against the molecules that enveloped me. I scratched my face until it bled. I smeared the blood across my chest. I was alive. Until now. What can I tell people about that night 20 years later? There's no chuckle factor about some drunken night with some unknown girl. Certainly, there was my rape, but who talks about that? There's no dismissive attribution of being young and wild. I was fucking tripping on acid, bleeding beneath a bridge with my glorious heart on.